Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Conosco temos Lumi Miko, uma curandeira terapeuta xamanica. Começou muito nova na magia Wika originária celta, com origem de nativos brasileiros, japoneses e africanos. Para Lumi, todos nós temos algo Shaminic dentro de nós, pois todos viemos da Mãe Natureza. Assim, os retiros de autoconhecimento e contacto com o divino em nós são o motivo e propósito de Lumi. A viagem espiritual de Lumi Miko começou já na infância, guiada por uma profunda ligação ao invisível e à natureza. Mais tarde, conheceu o seu professor e mentor xamânico, que moldou profundamente o seu caminho. Ao longo dos anos, trabalhou com vários mentores e mantém uma relação próxima com as comunidades indígenas, integrando no seu trabalho a sabedoria de diferentes tradições xamânicas. Como xamã, ela oferece orientação e cura, unindo práticas antigas à vida moderna. Também organiza e facilita retiros na Europa e na Amazónia, criando espaços de transformação profunda. Com muitas raízes diferentes, o seu trabalho é tecido a partir de diversas tradições, honrando sempre o espírito de unidade e a natureza. Gostem, partilhem e subscrevam o canal A Sinergias Holísticas, onde a espiritualidade somos todos nós.
Hello, Lumi. Thank you so
Yes.
much for being here.
Hi, Nuno. Thank you so much for inviting me to this podcast.
So, how are you doing? Are you okay?
Yes, I'm doing very well. I'm
Okay.
here in Brazil and it's summer. The weather is amazing. The place where I am is amazing. So I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Thank you so much. So, can you tell us about how you start your spiritual journey? How started?
How it all started for me?
Yes.
Yes, so it's kind of not so easy to say when exactly it started because since I can remember, like since I was a kid, I was always interested in spiritual things, and I always felt very connected to nature. And as a kid, I already could feel like many energies and many frequencies that other people around me couldn't feel. So I guess it happened to me what happens to many people who have like the gift, of feeling and sensing things that are not visible for others. And it was just that people told me that this was all like in my head. It was my fantasy, and I had to wait many years until I met other people who also um, felt these different things. And then I finally had the feeling I'm at the right place.
But you start living in the forest, in the Amazon, or no?
No, so I was born in the Amazon, but I didn't grow up there. I grew up in Salvador, which is like at the coast in Brazil.
And do you have any Indian ancestors? Have any
Yes.
shamanic culture in your family or no?
Well, I believe that we all have shamanic roots. It doesn't matter where you come from. For example, I lived many years in Germany, and there I always told people because they always thought like you have shamanic roots if you come like from America or Siberia, and so. But I always told them, but you guys have great shamanic roots from the Germanic people and the Celtic, you know. So I believe that everybody has shamanic roots, but in my case, yes, I have indigenous roots and also African. Um, and I also, the first contact I had with shamanism was with African shamanism, actually. And because I'm also half Japanese, and in Japan, because of Shintoism, which was the ancient religion from Japan, I also have those shamanic roots.
But you have practice Kibanda or Banda or no?
No, I don't practice, but the place where I grew up in Salvador, it's very common. Like it's like you can't live there if you are not in contact with Candomblé and Umbanda. So it's kind of mixed in our culture and integrated, very well integrated. And so this was like my first contact. And then afterwards I met indigenous, and then afterwards I met my shamanic teacher and mentor, and then everything started to develop in many different directions.
So you have a mentor? You have a shamanic mentor?
Yes,
Mm.
yes, I have some mentors, I would say. So the
Can you tell
first
us?
one,
Mhm.
yes.
Can you tell us how it started? For example, you choose your master or the master choose you? How it all works? Can you tell us, please?
So I believe that we chose ourselves much before this incarnation. So it was everything already arranged before our souls incarnated in these bodies. But in our 3D world, what happened is that I was 20 years old, I think. So I started to feel called to go to a place. Like I saw some advertisement for a shamanic community close to Salvador. And then I went there for a retreat. And the first time that I saw my teacher, I fell in love with her energy. And later I fell in love with her words, and I fell in love with her way of practicing shamanism. And then it was clear from the beginning for me that she would have to be my mentor. And thanks God she accepted. And then I worked with her many, many, many years. And then afterwards, I moved to Germany. And then in Germany, I met my second shamanic teacher. Um, and he works with very, very different shamanic traditions as my first teacher. And it was like the perfect combination. And yeah, some years later, I started to work more closely with indigenous people, like indigenous from Brazil and from Peru. And yeah, I would say I can also call some of them my teachers or my mentors. So I have mentors from different shamanic traditions.
Very, very nice. And the background of you, it's mandalas. You have the designs, the drawings that are on your back. Yes, are
Yes,
shamanic mandalas. Yeah,
yes.
very nice, very cute.
We, yeah, we don't call them mandalas. We call them, I think, in English you say dream catcher.
Okay, dream catcher.
Uh,
Okay,
Dream catcher or dream filters. I don't know the correct translation. So this is yeah. So this is also something indigenous. If I'm not mistaken,
Mhm.
this comes from the North American traditions, and they use this so like a filter for the dreams that when you go to sleep, only the good dreams come to you.
Very, very nice. It's very beautiful that dream catchers, dream filters. Yes, very nice.
Catchers or filters. I'm not sure.
So, do you met any Guarani indigenous? Or no? Do you know the Guarani from Amazonas?
The Guarani I haven't met. No.
Because I
Why?
have a
You know?
because when I was 12 years old in school, there was a Brazilian girl that come from Guarani. We are all very surprised. How it's possible? It's 30 years ago,
Wow.
and she
Amazing.
was a Guarani, descended from a Guarani tribe in Brazil.
Yes.
It was very, very nice, and it was
Wow.
my
Amazing.
first consciousness about the nature because she was yelling about the destruction of Amazon by fires, 40 years
Yes.
ago. She was yelling and tried to get support. And for a kid, for me, with 11, 12 years old, it was very impressive and
Mm-hmm.
touch profound my heart. So since then, I start even more. I start to love the nature and the trees because
Yes.
we in Portugal also suffer from fires, in the summer.
Yes, I know. Mm-hmm.
It's very, very sad for who loves the nature and the birds and the animals, everything. It's very sad, but I cannot forget the strength of that little girl, Guarani. It was very powerful call for preserving the earth, the nature, the Amazon, etc. Very, very
Yes,
beautiful.
yes, the indigenous people, they are the guardians of nature. They are the
Mhm.
guardians of the spirits of nature. And it's so important that for me to always be like in contact with them and to learn from them because they have like this ancient knowledge. I mean, like I said before, in every country, in every tradition, in every continent, there were in the past, yeah, there were these guardians everywhere, yeah, like the shamans.
Yes.
But in most countries or in most cultures, this got really lost, and the indigenous, they are like almost the only ones who are still very connected with these ancient wisdoms and traditions.
Do you make retreats in the Amazonia? You do make retreats? Okay,
Yes,
very nice. Mhm.
yes, I'm organizing a trip to the Amazon to visit the Yawanawa tribe in
Oh,
January next year.
very
So you
nice.
are all invited.
So we can go book a trip with you in Europe,
Yes,
for example. Okay, through your
yes.
channel. Mhm.
So in Europe, I haven't started organizing. Like I don't bring the indigenous to Europe, but I bring the Europeans to the Amazon.
Exactly.
So, but you can book a retreat with me, like where I give the retreat. I am the facilitator, for example, in Greece. And next year there will also be some retreats with me in Germany. So
Oh,
either you come to Europe to have some retreats with me, or you come with me to the Amazon to have some retreats with the indigenous.
okay, so nice, so nice. And can you tell us what kind of rituals do you practice in the shaman? Do you practice any ayahuasca or no rituals? Uh,
So yes, I practice ayahuasca, but ayahuasca is a very, very important medicine from the Amazon jungle. And
okay.
as I said before, I work with many, many different shamanic traditions, and not just with the Brazilian or with the Amazon traditions.
Mhm.
And in other shamanic traditions, we work with also very, very deep and very, very healing medicines. So I've had some people who were in retreats with me without ayahuasca,
O-
and we did things like sweat lodge, fire rituals,
Okay.
and ritual with other kinds of plants also, and many, many, many other things. Drum circles and working with the four elements, and they were so impressed
Mhm.
because they could dive as deep as in a ayahuasca ritual.
O-
So, yeah, ayahuasca is a very important medicine in shamanism, at least in the Amazonic shamanism, but in every shamanic tradition, they have other kinds of medicines.
So you talk the Japanese have any kind of medicine also? The Japanese shamanistic.
Yes,
You. Mhm.
yes. So I had the chance to learn a bit of Japanese shamanism, and I also integrated in my work with my clients and in my retreats. And so the original religion of Japan is the Shintoism, which is a shamanic or was or is a shamanic religion. So they are also very connected to nature and to the spirits of nature. And I could learn some methods of healing, like healing with the hands and healing with some very specific frequencies of the universe. So yeah,
Okay.
I also practice a little bit of Japanese shamanism.
You have also bowls, metal bowls, like Chinese metal bowls, to produce sounds, healing sounds. Do that or no? Healing sounds.
Ti- Tibetan bowls,
Yes,
yes,
Tibetan bowls.
I have one, but I wouldn't say that I work with it as my medicine. So
Okay.
it's beautiful and I love the sound, but there are people they are specialized in working with it, and I'm not. Like I'm specialized in other stuff.
Okay. So you think the ayahuasca can give us a spiritual connection with you with the universe, or ayahuasca is just for medicine? What your experience
But this is the medicine. The spiritual connection with the universe is for
is the
me
medicine? Okay.
ultimate medicine. And this is
Yes.
what ayahuasca does. So if you have any kind of physical problems, but also emotional problems, or
Mhm.
whatever kind of issues you have, the ayahuasca can help you, because the ayahuasca breaks the illusion of the matter and the illusion of the 3D world, and it makes the direct connection between you and the universe, you and the divine, and this is the ultimate medicine. But I want to say it again, that ayahuasca is not the only way to
Okay.
get there.
Mhm.
There are many other ways.
Okay. Do you practice meditation? Uh,
Yes,
okay.
yes,
Mhm. And it helps too to get connected with the inside. Mhm.
yes. I believe that meditation is similar to ayahuasca, also another way to get there. Or to
Exactly.
get there, because this is actually the way you go inside, and from there you go,
Mhm.
um, you build this connection with the divine. Just meditation needs practice, like regular practice, and
Mhm.
it takes a while, and many people go directly to ayahuasca because it's like a shortcut. But
Okay.
i um,
What you
i
recommend? What you
recommend
recommend? What are your
I
recommendations?
I recommend everybody to try out everything and see what is the best way for you, because every person has a different access to the spiritual world.
Okay. So, do you think, like me, that is possible to get the spiritual world without anything? Just looking to inside, meditation alone?
Yes, definitely. Not only with meditation, but for example, in my shamanic retreats, I induce people to go in a trance
Mhm.
state. So they are in a state of trance, and we do this without ayahuasca or without drinking anything, any
Mhm.
plant. This is just with the sound of the drum,
Mhm.
and learning how to elevate your frequency and your consciousness. So you don't need ayahuasca, but ayahuasca is a very, very powerful medicine and can help you with any issue you have.
You do know the pipes, ayahuasca and the pipes, smoking pipe. It's the same or it's different? A smoking pipe. Um,
Which pipe do you mean? Because there are many.
Shamanic pipe. I think it's a shamanic pipe. Also, I hear here in Portugal some people from Brazil telling that before you take ayahuasca, you should have at least some shamanic pipe. It's weaker than ayahuasca. You do know that?
So I'm not sure what you're talking about, because there are many, many different plants that
Hmm.
you either can smoke, like with a pipe, or you
Yes.
can
Hmm.
also inhale through your nose. So there are these different things. What I know from the indigenous from the Amazon is that they take ayahuasca
Hmm.
combined with rapé, which is something you take
Exactly.
through the
Rapé.
nose.
It's the name. The name
Ah,
rapé.
yes, yes,
Sorry, it's that. I didn't
yeah.
know the name. Rapé, rapé. What do you think rapé is? It's weaker than the ayahuasca? It's a first beginning. What? It's a complement from ayahuasca. What is your opinion?
So the indigenous people, they combine both, because they think they complement each other, the powers of rapé and ayahuasca. But as I said, it's different in every tradition, and for me, I prefer to do a rapé ritual, just rapé, and then
Okay.
I have I dedicate my whole energy and attention and everything to the
Hmm.
spirit of rapé, and I work only with the rapé, and then in another moment I work only with ayahuasca.
Okay.
So for me, it's not necessarily like I have to mix them. I prefer to work with them separately. But as I said before, the indigenous people, they like to combine both. So there isn't a rule for that,
Hmm.
and I don't like to say like which medicine is stronger or weaker, because there is no such thing as
Okay.
stronger and weaker, because they are all paths, and they are all ways to access the divine power.
Mhm. Okay.
So how to say if something is weaker? It's
Very, very nice. Each one has his own path. You agree? Each
exactly,
person.
exactly,
Hmm.
exactly, and every person should feel when is the right moment to work with which medicine. Yeah, like now I feel like Hape is calling me. Now I feel ayahuasca is calling me. Now I feel that the sweat lodge is calling me, or whatever medicine. Yeah. And then you do that in that phase that you are, or to work with that specific issue. And then there will be the right time for the other medicine. So all of them, all of these medicines, they have the same goal or the
Mhm.
same.
Propose
Uh,
the same
Sorry.
propose, the same propose, the same
Yeah, the
end.
same purpose. Exactly, exactly.
Okay. It's the art chakra. Do you know the chakras? Chakra alignment.
Yes,
So
exactly.
when we connect with divine, it's through the heart chakra. Yes.
So I believe that you can connect with the divine with all your chakras, because in shamanism, so there is, for example, a difference. We talked before about meditation. Yeah. So I
Yes.
always see many people who meditate depending of the line. Yeah. Because meditation, there are also many traditions, but they are always trying to connect through the like to take the energy from the earth and go up, like through the crown chakra up.
Okay.
But in shamanism, it's very important for us to be extremely, extremely connected to the earth. So our way in shamanism is not only up, our way is also down. We go
Okay.
to the earth, we commune with the earth, we want to become one with the earth and, of course, with the universe. So in shamanism, it's important to bring these two things together to our center. So, yes, of course, it's very important to be connected with your heart chakra to reach or to connect with the divine. But I would say the best and most effective way is if you do that with every chakra.
Exactly. Exactly. So the shamanism just reunites all the chakras. Yes. The ground chakras, the earth chakra, the mind chakra. Okay.
Yes, you could say that.
Okay, very, very nice. And do you know any shamanism for Europe? Ireland, as do you know the shamanic Ireland? Shamanism from Ireland? Do you have any
Ireland,
contact? Yes, Ireland.
uh, was it also the Celtic?
Yes, the Celtic.
Yes. So that's actually funny because when I was a kid, I think when I was like 11 or 12 or something, I started to study Wicca. So I wasn't yet studying shamanism. I hadn't have contact with shamanism yet with 11 or 12. But my first contact with magic
Hmm.
was through the Celtic, you know. So I started learning and
Wicca.
studying Wicca.
What is
Wicca.
the difference Wicca from traditional magicians? What is the difference?
So it's just the Celtic
Way of do
way
magic?
of practicing magic.
Okay, okay,
Exactly. Yes.
okay.
So I had this group of girls in school, and we would do our rituals, and we would learn some spells, and we would practice magic, and like it was a lot of fun for me. Like I was 11, and it was really great. But it was also very important
Hmm.
this time in my spiritual path, because there I also learned about the, oh, I don't know the name in English.
Uh,
The like we have some rituals. We have 12 rituals
mhm.
for each month of the year. We have these Celtic rituals like
Okay,
Beltane and Yule and
okay.
Lita, and
Mhm.
those are all like shamanic
One for each
rituals.
month.
And
One for each month of the
yeah,
year.
there are 12.
12.
There are
Yeah, okay.
12, but I would say there are four. They are like the most important. And I started to celebrate them
Okay.
at this time when I was 11, 12. And when I went to Germany, I brought it with me. And many people, they were so glad because these were the celebrations that they had, like their ancestors, you know?
See,
So,
very nice.
yeah.
Do you think that humanity can go again to join with the nature? Can we come back again to our nature? And
Yes, I hope so. And to be honest, I believe that this is where we are going like this is the way that we are going to, like we are walking, the humanity is walking in these directions. We get distracted with many things.
Yes,
But
yes.
i I think this is what's happening very slowly. And unfortunately, if we don't wake up very soon,
Mhm.
nature will force us to go back to nature. So in one way or the other, this is going to happen. This is what I believe.
Okay, yes, it makes all sense. If you go, if we born from the nature, yes, humanity rise inside the nature. The nature is like our mother, yes,
Mm, exactly. Nature is our mother.
mother.
There is no other way around. We have to go back to nature, one
Mhm.
way or the other.
Okay. Do you think you know some doctors, traditional doctors in the hospitals, they will accept shamanism and other kind of esoteric medicine, or you think no?
Yes, they are already in Brazil, at least. Um,
They
I think
accept.
I've
They
heard.
accept. Mhm.
No, not in every hospital,
Not in
but
every
in
hospital.
Brazil.
Okay.
In Brazil, there are some clinics. They work, for example, with cancer patients,
Hmm.
and they know, for example, of the benefits of ayahuasca in the treatments of cancer and other diseases,
Hmm.
and they start to accept it. Like it's still very controlled and very in small proportions, and it's not very well known in the world because, yeah, they are very careful with it, but it's starting. And there are many clinics also in Germany, also for cancer patients. They work with alternative medicine, not with ayahuasca, but a lot of other things. And I see that every day there are more and more people, they are working more with traditional Chinese medicine
Yes. Yes.
also.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's growing. And yeah, I think it's great.
It's great. Of course, it's a great unification. Yes, to join
Yes.
all the knowledge. That's the beautiful, to join all the knowledge. The shamanistic, the oriental, the traditional, the occidental. All we are all
Yes,
one in the side. In the we are all the same, of course.
exactly. We should all work together.
Yes, of course. So, one last question: what do you think that artificial intelligence will free humanity to self-knowledge? To humanity go to know herself and go back to nature? Or what do you think? It's an opportunity or a danger?
Artificial intelligence.
Yes. What do you think? It will free us from the work? What is your
Yes.
opinion?
So I don't believe that anything outside of ourselves will free us. I think we have to free ourselves. But
Okay.
I believe that if we use it consciously, that artificial intelligence can help us to reach the next level. Yeah. My question is not like is it good or is it bad for mankind, but are we ready for it? Like are we really ready? Can we really consciously use it for getting to the next level, like to develop us, yeah, in the right direction? So of course I believe there will be a lot of how can I say it? Like there will be a big mess, yeah, like artificial intelligence is already um um
Making a big
there are
mess.
many jobs.
Mhm.
Sorry.
Do you think it's the artificial intelligence is disrupting our way of life now?
Yes, it is, but I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing
Okay, okay.
because many times we need chaos and many times we need destruction so
Hmm.
that we can break free from many patterns. So,
Okay.
yes, it's disrupting our way of life, but who said that our way of life is the perfect one? So, of course, this is scary. And of course, we might think this is dangerous. And of course, it's like a pain in the ass, like, oh my
Hmm.
God, I always lived like this. And now it's like everything being destroyed and so. But um, it works many times like this, that we have to destroy something. We have to break free from whatever patterns we have and condition it and everything so that the new can come. So that the light can shine stronger. So I'm optimistic and I really hope and I'm really cheering and hoping that we learn how to use it consciously.
Yes, yes, very, very nice. At last, one last question: there are any shamanistic cycles? For example, 25,000 years, like that civilization, the Incas and the Mayas in the Mexico. Do you think that there are any bigger cycles, shamanistic cycles?
Yes, I believe there are many cycles, and again, in every tradition,
Mhm.
they say something different. Yeah. So I I myself, I don't work like following any of the cycles, any of these prophecies,
Yes, okay.
but
Mhm.
there are many. Yeah, and I believe that there is like they mean something. There is a value there, but for me personally, I just, in my life, I go with the flow and I listen to the signs of nature and I listen to the signs of the spirit of the beings in the nature, and they tell me what is the direction that we are going, mankind and me personally also. And like I get the signs which direction we are going through. So I prefer this than to follow some schedule that somebody did like
Mhm.
2000 years ago or something.
Yes, yes, very, very nice. So, thank you so much. And
Thank you, Nuno.
I hope
It was a
you,
pleasure.
it was a pleasure to go to the retreat with you to the Amazons.
Yes.
Next year, yes, next year. Or
Yes,
this
next
next
year,
year,
you,
next year.
yeah, you can visit my homepage. It's
Okay,
already there under workshops and retreats. And then I can send you the information if you are interested. I would
okay.
love if you join us.
Very, very nice. So much, so kind of you. Thank you, and bye. I hope you hear from you soon. Maybe next
Yeah,
year.
yeah. Thank you,
Okay,
Nuno.
bye. Bye, bye.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
bye, bye, bye.